Hey there, my name is Ed Placencia. Welcome to Grounds for Gaming, and I've saved you a seat. I hope you're staying well protected from this heat wave and the air quality and the lettuce that's trying to make you have a bad time in the bathroom. There's so much out there trying to get you. I hope you're doing all right. We are doing well here. World Cup has come and gone. Congratulations, Spain. I no longer have to pretend like I'm interested in soccer anymore. And you know what? You don't have to pretend anymore either. Give yourself a break. You know you never watch it. You know you never watch it. Give yourself a break. You can put down the facade. But seriously, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're staying safe and cool and having a great summer. It's the middle of July, just past the middle of July. Summer is in the thralls of doing what summer does, so I hope you've been having fun. My wife Sarah and I had a pretty busy weekend. On Friday night, we always go out on a double date with my cousin Jim and his wife Jenny, and we've kind of adopted this tradition, I may have mentioned it before, where we take turns and one of the four of us will choose where we're going to eat that week, and somewhere down the line we decided to make it a surprise. So one person will choose, won't tell where we're going even to their spouse, and it's just a big surprise, and hopefully it turns out well. So far, we've had a really good track record. We've had some great restaurants. We've been mainly sticking to the Fort Wayne, Indiana area just because there are a lot of restaurants there I've never been to, and there are a lot of amazing restaurants there. We aren't solely saying you can't leave Fort Wayne to go and pick a restaurant. We've definitely gone to other cities, but Fort Wayne is kind of our hub that we've been going back to week after week. This past week, we went to the Summit City Comedy Club in Fort Wayne, which was a nice surprise. I knew the food wouldn't be incredible. It's just comedy club food, burgers and fries and bar food, basically. But I was hoping that the entertainment would make up for it, and it really did. We went to see a guy named Eric Eaton, who is a comedian/magician, and I wasn't familiar with his work, and I crossed my fingers, and we had a really nice time. It was a lot of fun. Saturday, Sarah and I hung out with her sister and her sister Stacy and her husband Nathan. They are missionaries over in Spain, and they are here in the States they were here for about 8 weeks, I think, 6-8 weeks. And they are closing in on the end of their time. And so we had a double date with Nathan and Stacy, and we went to an escape room in Fort Wayne. We did not escape. It's a great escape room. They have like 4 to choose from, and this is the only one Sarah and I hadn't done, the only scenario. And it was a lot of fun. We got very close to escaping, but we didn't make it. And afterward, we walked a couple blocks away, grabbed something to eat, and then they all came over to the house and we played board games. Scotland Yard is one of our games of choice, one of our go-tos. And Nathan beat us all. He was Mr. X, and we were the detectives trying to find him. And it was just a lot of fun. Had a really nice time. Gaming wise, it's just been a weird time because, there isn't a lot coming out as far as there aren't a lot of big titles coming out. When September comes here, we are all going to pay for that. But in the meantime, it's just kind of, and so I've really had to kind of be intentional about finding these games. I mentioned, did I mention Denshattack last week? I know I did a Ristretto episode just purely reviewing Denshattack. I think Denshattack came out after I recorded the podcast, so I loved that game. I've been finding, as a result, smaller indie games, and I'm really having some great luck with it. Denshattack is a game that you may have seen that it looks like Tony Hawk, but on a train. And I won't repeat too much of myself since I did a whole Ristretto episode based on Denshattack. But basically, it's just kind of the joy of flying down railroad tracks at a stupidly high speed and doing jumps and flips, and somehow they've figured out how to make boss battles and put in a story, and it's just pure gaming fun. It's just a good time. I can't recommend it enough. It's called Denshattack. I played it on the PS5. It was only $20, and man, did I get my money's worth. Such a good time. I actually was able to finish it, believe it or not. I don't know if I've ever finished any kind of a skating game. This isn't technically a skating game, but it's in that family. It's in that genre. It's in the ballpark. And I've never come close to finishing a skating game before. And it was just a lot of fun as I was playing to realize I might be able to beat this game. I actually might be able to. And it was a ton of fun. When I recorded the Ristretto episode, I hadn't finished the game yet. And it is incredible to me how many different levels there are. I don't know, it's 60 different levels. None of them feel the same. And none of the boss battles feel remotely the same. It was just, they just kept figuring out how to crank it up a little bit more and add a little bit more and give you another power and give you another trick. And it was just a great, great time. It's called Denshattack. It's spelled exactly how it sounds. I can't recommend it nearly enough. Today, I wanted to pick up a game and did pick up a game. Another pretty inexpensive indie game called The Mermaid Mask. I love a good murder mystery, and I heard this was a lot of fun. And I hopped into a stream earlier today, and the streamer was playing The Mermaid Mask. And I just said, how's the game? And they were raving about it. I didn't want to stick around for too long just to avoid spoilers. But they said, I've been waiting for this since the previous game. I guess there are previous games in the series. I had no idea. And I said, do I need to have played the earlier ones? And they said, you really should play the previous one. It's called Tangle Tower. And it came out on PS4. I believe it came out in 2021, and they said, you know what? You really should play that one first before you hop into the Mermaid Mask. So I picked up a game on just the recommendation of a stranger, and again, a very inexpensive game, and man, I am loving it. I can't wait to get to the Mermaid Mask, but in the meantime, Tangle Tower is a lot of fun. It's not exactly a point and click, but it's kind of a in the realm of an Obra Dinn, where you're talking to different people and you're trying to figure out what happened and you're trying to figure out who's telling you the truth, and you're able to find clues and run someone's story and kind of, okay, if you want to accuse them, what do you think happened? And it's just, wow, it's a lot of fun. I'm raving about a game that came out 5 years ago, but I'd never heard of it before, and I'm excited to rave about the game that just came out this week, which will probably be in next week's podcast. I'll probably mention it then. But wow, it is a lot of fun. Tangled Tower is what I'm playing now, and then The Mermaid Mask is what I'll be hopping into immediately afterward. And man, I am having a really, really good time. Speaking of having a good time, I know you're wondering where I am on the Overwatch Battle Pass. The way that they do their Battle Pass, you can't tell the exact number. They kind of just give you a range. So I'm past 175 very early in the next and final chunk on the road to 200. So I'm going to guess maybe I'm at 176. But we are making headway. Again, when I get to the final level 200, I get a name card that says over caffeinated. Right now, I'm using the new one they've given to me that's called Sweaty, and it's probably not far from the truth. I also have been playing House Flipper. They have a House Flipper remastered. It's the first one, not the second one. I think they chose the correct one, and it contains all of the original House Flipper DLC, like pets and garden and food, and so it's every house, every map. You can construct your own home. I haven't gotten to that point, so I started from the very beginning with my House Flipper basic little shack. That was Harvey in the background, shaking his head to verify that I am indeed telling the truth. and having a really, really good time. It's been nice and chill. It's been a long time since I played House Flipper, but man, it's nice to get back into it again. So much so that I was playing House Flipper here in my office, and Sarah was behind me on the television watching her show, which I believe is Homeland. Is it called Homeland? With the girl from Romeo and Juliet? Homeland? I think it's Homeland. Her and Mandy Patinkin. Anyhow, she was watching that, and she just heard in the background me painting and cleaning, and she was like, you know what? I'm jealous. I'm going to play it too. So here we were in my office on 2 separate televisions, both of us playing 2 different saves of House Flipper and just having a really, really nice chill time. It's just really nice to have a game where you can just sit and zone. And man, I love those games. Anything like a Power Wash Simulator or a House Flipper. A lot of the simulator type games are nice like that, where you can just sit, turn off your brain, and just veg out. I don't know. What is your turn your brain off game where you can just sit and you can either listen to podcasts or listen to music or even put on a television show on a second screen and just play and just play? I don't know. What is your turn your brain off game? Let me know. Email me, groundsforgaming@gmail.com. You can hit us up on the socials. We're on Twitter and Blue Sky. Or, of course, you can answer in the Answers channel in the Grounds for Gaming Discord. That link is in the show notes. Last week I asked you, what are your top games of 2026 so far? Over on the Discord, Cassilus said Star Fox did not disappoint. It has a perfect balance of nostalgia and new. I especially love that there's a co-op mode, so one person does the flying and the other shooting. It's also a perfect game as a busy parent, since the campaign takes about an hour, and each time you play, you can try for a different route. Obi-John Kenobi said 007 First Light for me. I haven't been able to play many games this year, and this one was so fun. It felt like I was playing a James Bond movie. Josh Stapleton, I normally play games about 5 years after release. This year I have played a number of new releases. One of them came out in December of 2025, but I think the physical release was 2026, but I'm counting it regardless. Number 7, NBA The Run. Number 6, Crimson Desert. Haven't played it enough to really rank it fairly. Number 5, Terminator 2D. Number 4, Pragmata. Number 3, Star Fox. Number 2, Black Flag Resynced. And number 1, 007 First Light. Grand Hellhammer, thus far Silk Song has been the best new game I've played this year. Love the music and gameplay. Despite its challenge, it's not punishing, and I can get back to fighting the enemy or boss I was struggling with pretty quickly. And finally, our buddy Tim Paulin said, I think my top 3 are Mixtape, Forza Horizon 6, and 007 First Light is my game of the year so far. I've got Black Flag Resynced on deck. You know, I gotta tell you, I picked up Black Flag Resynced. Loved the original. I initially wasn't intending on getting this just because I was kind of upset they took out all of the Animus stuff, which I was one of the few people who actually really liked that. And I thought, you know what, if you're gonna take that out, but you're gonna leave in the sharks, no thank you. And then it came out and I got FOMO and I picked it up anyhow. And you know what? I put it back down. It seemed like every time I got to a new area, it was like, oh no, I remember this part. And it was just kind of that feeling one after the other. And it kind of made me think, man, I loved this game. But every time I get to a new area, I'm like, oh no, not this part. I don't know what I loved about it. And really what it was is every time I would try to sneak around and get spotted, which I feel like I'm used to the more recent iterations, of course. I feel like I got spotted really easily, and I just got so tired of being spotted that after a few times I'd just be like, you know what, I'd rather just play Overwatch. So I didn't really give it a fair shake, to be honest with you, but I'm kind of glad that I've put it down. Oh, I've played 6 hours of it. What am I complaining about? But I'm not upset that I put it down, considering I found these really cool indie games that I'm just having a blast with. So, yeah, no regrets here. Finally, before I go, I need to ask you, what are you drinking right now? What is in your cup? We got a brand new shipment of Square One coffee beans. We've got the candy bar blend. We've got the espresso machine fired up, and I just finished off the last sip before I started recording. So yeah, this week, broken record over here. I'm enjoying some Square One candy bar blend. What about you? What are you drinking this week? If you're in the Discord, we have a What Are You Drinking channel. Hit me up there. Let me know what's in your cup this time around. I really do like meeting up with you. I really like sitting down and just sharing a cup of whatever it is we're drinking and just kicking back for a few moments. And I just want to say thank you so much for spending some time with me today. Grounds for Gaming will be right here when you're ready for another conversation, and your seat will always be waiting.